back home, and he calls up his friend John. He said, "Hey John, which way should I go?" And John says, "Follow the animals, they all know you got a bear to the right, snake to the left, weasel all down and duck out of sight, horse around, fun around, worm you way in and bug out, steer straight home, yak on the phone, horse down your dinner and sit so long."
I think that song needs to like, oh yeah, at the end.
Oh yeah. Then there's one about aliens and move on. It's really hilarious when you're sick.
Hello?
Come in.
I got alien. Come in.
Come in?
That's good. Next, like we.
Next one is
whatever. We will not be falling in love. Yes, it's one life.
Just
I'm in love.
Continue talking. True story.
Us is life. Listen to us read Pictures Bride.
So, guys, what are your favorite memories from OneLife this year?
Favorite memories?
I just love our giggles that we have. We have a lot of giggles in here at night.
We do have a lot of giggles.
This isn't necessarily a great moment, but I think I made Havah laugh so hard one time she threw up. I remember that.
It was wonderful. Yeah, be there for that. I mean, it's fine too.
Or the time we just like went to Canada because we could, and that was fun. You gotta take it to go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think we were both home.
Yeah, we were somewhere else. We were the opposite of
I was
a different
also
country.
Yeah, you went home.
Favorite one? Probably when Heidi reads to us at night.
Yeah.
It's so sweet. And we all sit here on the floor. Well, I sit on the floor. But it's, yeah.
I know it's Havah reading them, so that's also
That's also good. Princess
fun too.
Bride? Quit the book.
Oh
Read the
my.
book.
I'm
Oh.
tired of Buttercup.
Oh,
Like,
Buttercup
oh
was
my God.
awful.
If you thought
Poor
she was
Wesley.
bad in the movie, she's worse in the book. It's
She's,
awesome.
yeah.
And this one hasn't seen the movie, so she doesn't
Yeah.
know any of what's happening. And we've seen the movie, and so we're just reading. We're like, "Come on, girl, what you do?"
Yeah. My favorite memory, especially of this room, just like, I mean, I love getting to know Andrea and Heidi better. And the more, just like how we can be open with each other and like sharing like when we need to talk and when we don't need to talk, or we can just sit together and or pray together. It's just really, really special and amazing. And yeah, that's been really, really encouraging.
Roommate prayers on the swings is always one of my
Yes.
best part of my mornings.
It's a wonderful way to start the day.
And then the boys come out and they're like, "Hello," we're like, "Shh, we're praying."
And Timber eats us.
Yes, he does do that. He's just so excited to see us, he must bite our toes. He's like, "Just because we look
Yeah.
like snacks doesn't mean you have to eat us."
Hello? We look like snacks?
Oh, you don't know what that means. You're homeschooled.
No.
I've also explained
Look
to
like snacks?
What was the one? What did I thick? I had to explain to her what thick with 3 C's meant. I also had to explain to her what iconic meant.
I thought it was ironic, except without the R and with the C instead. But it's not.
There's some things I will never explain to Havah because Havah doesn't need to know.
That's okay. I find
What about outside of the room? Oh, the dessert night. That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Hosco.
Hosco dessert night, making those muffin pies, you know? Right there.
Running. I was so stressed.
Oh,
but I was
that
having
was
a
a-
great
We're all
time.
so stressed.
That was not a good afternoon.
Oh, I was having a fantastic time. I was so stressed, but I was like, "Yay! This
On
is
the way
great."
to the Dollar General, playing the Beach Boys so loud with the windows down.
Oh yeah, I was like, "I'm fine. I'm fine."
We are doing very well.
Yeah, just being on Hosco is always so fun. We have great meetings. Poor Julie. But she said, "Hey," she said we've been better than years past, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
The time we made that card for Andrea and we ran it down to her house. Were you there for that?
I joined you at the end because it was before Christmas break because Tori and I, it was the same day we stalked Ryan Penn.
Oh yeah.
I was sick. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah, poor Havah. That was
No, it's not like when Havah was so sick and Andrea and I were running around trying to find a thermometer to know if we needed to take her to the hospital or not. Because if you have 103, if you have 103 fever, you need to go to the hospital. And she had 102.6, so we said, we had to call Julie because we were stressed.
Sorry.
We're like, I really am gonna die.
And the thermometer was from the horse barn and we weren't sure if it was used.
Nobody told me this.
No, you're stick this in your mouth. But I think we found one that wasn't.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
I would trust you guys. It wasn't used most of the way.
I'm pretty sure.
You're
It was
fine,
cleaned
so-
off really well.
Yeah, just boosting your immune system.
And horses, like, I trust horses more than I trust, like, dogs. In that respect. They only eat grain. They don't eat anything like meat, you know?
Okay.
That makes more sense.
Do they have a 4-part rumination system?
No, horses die. Horses dirty hay, they'll die. They're not colic. What is it called? Like sometimes we feed horses like moldy hay. What do? They like somehow
Mold?
die.
Well, because cows have a 4-part
Colic.
stomach.
I was right. Thank
There's
you.
the omasum, abomasum,
The rumen and the reticulum.
rumen and reticulum, and that's the 4 parts of the cow's stomach.
It's really cool. You should look into this.
I
I actually
go
have a
in
picture of
there.
it in my book.
That's true. Andrea does have her textbook with her, in case she gets bored of us to look at pictures of cow stomachs.
Yes.
So this is something I've been wondering myself, which is kind of funny. You guys are such a tight-knit room. Like, we all know room 3. You guys are close. You've kind of been, like, the most iconic roommate since the beginning of the year. How, not ironic, how did it feel to know, like, leading up, hold on, how do I phrase this? How did it feel thinking you were changing roommates, and then how did it feel to know you weren't changing roommates?
I was so sad because I was like, this is such a loving place and like such a safe place, and not that I wouldn't have found that with other people, but it would have been different. And I think like if we had changed, I would have been still clinging on to, oh, but it's like in my old room or with my old roommates, you know. And so I think it would have seriously affected the way I like felt and like how I interacted with my new roommates if I were to have them. And it was just like a sense of relief, honestly, after like finding out we weren't changing, because I've had hard enough time with change this year as it's been, and so just like not having to deal with that was just for me like kind of a weight off my shoulders. There's part of me that was like, oh, it would be nice to like experience something new, but also like if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I was not looking forward to like dreading changing roommates, just because like Heidi was saying, this was such a safe space, and I felt like we really connected well, and like, yeah, and so I wasn't looking forward to it just because I would have to get to know people at a whole new vulnerable level, and I already done that, and like was continuing to grow in that in this environment with these people, and so, but I had almost come to terms with like I was sort of excited about the possibility to know new people at a little deeper level, but it would never be the same as like this group, and so it was like such a relief when they said that they weren't switching up rooms, and I was so happy and was like really excited for the possibilities that we would have in the second semester as well.
Yeah. I was I was like both sad and like kind of I came to terms with, like Andrew said, kind of came to terms with changing roommates and seeing it as a new opportunities to get to know people, and excited to do that. But looking back, I feel like if we did change roommates, it would have been like, I think for me it takes me a little while to like be more open with people, and so that process would have not totally started over, but it would have in some ways started over with new roommates, and yeah, it's just we really, I don't know, we seem to have similar personalities in a lot of ways, so
Yeah.
we were able to interact.
It's just, and like, we didn't, like, how we're close we are now isn't how we started. And like, even like when we were thinking about changing roommates, I was thinking back to like the kind of the awkwardness and the weirdness of those first couple weeks of the room, and I was like, wow, I'm a lot more like out there and aggressive than them, like this is weird. And so I was like, I really don't want to do that again, because I mean, yes, I know everyone now, but like still like be changing, it's still like it's like just all these personalities coming together. And I just think ours fit well, because I think we have like different personalities but similar like dispositions, or just like our temperaments or whatever. Yeah. But I don't know if you know this, but when we all came to the same open house. I pull up, this car pulls right in behind me, and the guy, like the father of the other family, gets out of the car, and our family gets out of the car, and the other guy is like, Jeff, and my dad's like, Mike, and he's like, oh, this is my daughter Andrea, and apparently our dads knew each other in the early 2000s and worked together.
Yeah.
And then so we like didn't really say much because we didn't really know what to say. We were like, hi. And then we ended up being in the same tour group, and there's this other girl there who was so bubbly and happy. And she's like, I don't know if I'm going to be graduating early. But like, I'm from Wellsboro, and I'm really excited to be here. And like, I've been here for horse camps, and this is my father. And there's
your brother Ruben. I think you brought Ruben too.
And here's Ruben. Everybody's like, oh.
And so this is our tour group. There was some guy who joined us like halfway through, but I don't.
And Steven was there too.
Yeah.
Steven, he was in our open house, but was on a different tour group.
Yeah.
He was
with
on a tour
Emily.
group with Christian, Abby's friend, and I thought they were related.
I did too.
And Emily was there because I remember he kept like holding hands. I was like, this. I feel like.
Yes, it was Emily. Yeah, I think
It
it was
was
Emily.
Emily?
Yeah, she was there too, which was weird now to think about. I was
Yeah.
like, who is this? It was like, is that his like? I was at first they
I
were
was
like
very
really close, and I was
confused.
like, is that his sister? And then they were holding hands. I was like, definitely not his sister. I was like, this is not how OneLife works. I've talked to people from OneLife. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
But so this is our tour group. Yeah, and then the other kid, I think he's at Pleasant View now.
Oh really?
Oh, is that
What is
Adam?
that?
What it looks
my
like.
goodness.
No, he does not look like Kristoff.
Oh, he totally does. It's
Does
so
not look like
funny.
Kristoff.
I literally walked in the room and I was like, I know that guy. Kristoff, hello, how are you doing? No, I didn't actually say that, but that would be really funny.
So weird. No, so I remember like after that tour being like, I should have gotten their numbers or something. And I was like, I remember after that, like I would think about it occasionally and like pray for them, especially because I knew Andrea was committed and deposited for Three Springs, and I like almost immediately after the tour deposited for Three Springs specifically because I'd committed to OneLife, but I wasn't sure what site it was going to. And for Havah, I was just like, I pray that she goes to OneLife, but if she doesn't, I pray that like the Lord be with her. Because I was like, she just seems so fun. Yeah. And so I remember like looking at the paper that was like your roommates. I was like, oh, it's those two. I remember them. Yeah, because
Now you sit and sing in your room together.
now we sit and sing in a room together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Abby, thank you. That's a lot to edit.